Some moments are so strange, so unreal, they almost feel made up, until the footage proves otherwise.
Are you okay?
Creepy figures appear out of nowhere. People vanish in plain sight. And things no one can explain get caught on camera.
What is going on?
These are moments you'll have to see to believe. Late at night, a man woke up to the sound of his car alarm blaring. Thinking someone was messing with it, he headed to the garage. But something felt off. As he stepped closer, he glanced into the back window and froze. A woman with a terrifying stare was sitting inside, not blinking, just watching him, heart pounding. He still opened the door. But when he looked again, the seat was empty. No one was there. He swears it wasn't a dream. That face still haunts him. Looped stranger.
Empty ba siya?
She was just walking home after work, the same route as always, but this time, a man jogged past her. Calm and quiet. Weird, but nothing too strange, until she looked back and realized the street was empty. No footsteps, no echo. Then she turned forward again, and the same man passed her a second time, like a glitch in real life. Except now, he stopped and started walking backward, slowly, right toward her. That was enough. She bolted and didn't stop until she got home. Fire Road. In Indonesia, a man tried to take a shortcut home through the woods and instantly regretted it. He wandered for hours, lost, until the road ahead lit up with fire. A solid block of flames sat burning in the middle of the path, and near it stood something, some kind of figure, totally still, just watching. The air felt heavy, like a warning, like he wasn't supposed to be there. He didn't wait to find out. He ran fast and didn't stop until he hit the main road. That shortcut, never again. Highway trap. A trucker driving through a quiet stretch of road at night spotted something weird. Bushes blocking the highway. He slowed down, thinking maybe it was an accident. That's when people jumped out and started throwing rocks at his truck. It was a trap. They wanted him out of the vehicle. But he didn't stop. He floored it, smashing through the branches and escaping with dents and broken glass. He made it out, but that road still gives him nightmares. Dark-eyed woman. Late one night, a guy was on his way to a friend's house, strolling down a quiet road when he noticed a woman standing by the side. At first, he didn't think much of it and kept walking, but as he got closer, she suddenly turned her head to face him and flashed a creepy smile. Something didn't feel right. When he locked eyes with her, he saw that her eyes were completely black, empty, soulless. It was like she wasn't even human anymore. Without thinking, he just kept walking, not wanting to find out what might happen if he stayed. It was a smart choice. Something was very wrong with her. Frozen stare.
Are you okay?
Brooklyn nights are busy, but this one turned scary fast. An Uber driver named Suhani Ogre was working late when a man stepped into the road out of nowhere. He didn't speak, he didn't blink. He just stood in front of the car, staring with blank, lifeless eyes. Suhani asked if he needed help. Nothing. The guy didn't respond, didn't move. It felt like he was in a trance. Suhani called the cops. The man was taken in, but even the officers were confused. That night didn't feel like a random encounter. It felt like something darker.
Wow, look at his eyes. You see that shit?
Fudge.
Forest shortcut. A man took a back road through the woods late one night, hoping to save time. But halfway through, he spotted a pale figure in white standing still on the road. He stopped. The figure didn't move, but then In a blink, she was right in front of his windshield. Her face was twisted and wrong. Frozen in fear, the man suddenly threw the car in reverse and sped off. He didn't stop until he reached the main road again. People say this part of the forest has a bad history, and now he believes it too. Highway Spirit. A lone traveler was driving late at night when something forced him to hit the brakes fast. He didn't see anything clearly in the moment, but something had been standing right in his path. Later, when he checked his dash cam, chills went down his spine. A pale, see-through figure was standing in the middle of the highway, staring straight at the car. It didn't move. It didn't flinch. It just stood there. Some think it was trying to warn him. Others say it was something much darker. Whatever it was, it's not something he'll ever forget. Hill Phantom. Near a quiet hillside in India, strange ghost stories were common, but one group of YouTubers decided to see for themselves. Late at night, they set out with cameras rolling. At first, the area felt calm, almost boring. But then, just for a second, a pale figure appeared in front of them. It didn't walk. It didn't speak. It just stood there. Before they could even react, it melted into the darkness like smoke. The ghost was never seen again. Some folks now say the YouTubers scared it off, or maybe it just didn't want to be seen again. Vanishing Ride.
Stop doing that sort of shit. What are you doing?
While riding his bike with a helmet cam on, a YouTuber spotted a red car take a sharp turn ahead. He followed close behind, expecting to catch up. But when he reached the bend, nothing. No car, no skid marks, just an empty road. The car had completely disappeared. Viewers started calling it a ghost car. Some think it might have slipped into a hidden path, but others say the way it vanished didn't make any sense. Even now, people keep watching that clip trying to figure it out.
What are you doing? What was this?
Creepy stuff.
It's been reported stolen. It's like 2 days ago.
2 days ago, eh?
Two officers were on a routine patrol when they spotted an abandoned car with its door wide open. One of them got out to check, thinking someone needed help. But as he leaned inside, something yanked him in hard. The second cop rushed over, but before he could react, the trunk popped open, and out came a swarm of garden gnomes. Not cute ones. These were small, fast, and angry. They jumped at him, scratching and biting. Both officers were knocked out cold. When they were found the next morning, they were bruised and confused. No gnomes, no sign of struggle, just one really messed up story.
It's been reported stolen. It's like 2 days ago.
2 days ago, eh?
Rooftop clowns. In Mexico, a man climbed to his rooftop just to get some air, but that peaceful night turned creepy fast. First, he heard weird sounds from the street. When he peeked over, he saw something funny walking, like its limbs weren't working right. It was a clown, just wandering in that jerky, broken way. He watched, frozen. Then the clown stopped and looked straight up, right at him, like it knew. He stepped back in shock.
What the heck?
And there it was, another clown, already on the rooftop with him. He blacked out right there. By morning, he was alone, or so he hopes. Red Nightmare. A man was driving late at night when his car gave up near the woods. He stepped out, phone in hand, but no signal and no sound. That's when he noticed something standing ahead. It wore red and didn't move at all. It didn't even feel real. The air felt wrong. He turned and ran back to his car, locked every door, and sat in silence. Hours passed before help arrived. He never saw that figure again, but he also never took that road again either. Forest warning. In a quiet village near the Indonesian woods, stories floated around about a glowing ghost that wandered at night. One man didn't believe it, so he went out to prove everyone wrong. At first, the forest was silent, too silent. Then his chest tightened. Something was near. He raised his flashlight and there it was, a white figure standing still just ahead, almost glowing in the dark. He didn't think. He ran until the trees disappeared behind him. That was his first and last ghost hunt. Snow vanish. One snowy morning, a man was heading to work. As he wiped snow from his windshield, he noticed the car that had just been in front of him was gone, vanished. It was weird, but he didn't think much of it. Until he checked his dashcam later. The footage showed the car disappearing into thin air. No turn, no brake lights, just gone. He shared the video online, and the comments went wild. Some said it was a ghost car, others blamed it on reality glitches. Whatever it wasn't traffic. Burning witch. On a quiet mountain road in southern Mexico, a man was driving late at night. No traffic, no lights, just the sound of tires on pavement. But then, his dashcam picked up something terrifying. A glowing figure stood by the road, wrapped in what looked like a burning robe. Its head blazed like fire. Locals now call it the Burning Witch, and that wasn't even the scariest part. He saw it again further down the road. Within seconds, it vanished each time. People online think that stretch of highway is haunted. Whether it's a spirit or a curse, nobody wants to drive there alone now. Roadside thing. Somewhere in Mexico, a guy pulled over to check out something strange standing under a road sign. Thought it might be a statue, or maybe a prank. But as he got closer, things got really weird. The figure didn't move. Its face looked off, maybe deformed, maybe masked. Either way, it didn't look human. He zoomed in with his phone, trying to figure it out. That's when it vanished. No sound, no warning, just gone. He turned and left fast, and said he hasn't gone near that road since. Desert trap. Way out in rural Arizona, a man's dashcam caught something that felt straight out of a crime movie. He came around a bend and stopped. His way was blocked by fallen tree branches and glass bottles lined up perfectly across the road. Another car was already pulled over, hazards flashing. Both drivers got out to clear the mess. That's when things got sketchy. A slow-moving car appeared nearby, and two people stepped out of the shadows at the edge of the road. The setup looked way too planned. The man jumped back into his car and sped off. No one knows what those people wanted, but it's probably better he didn't stick around to find out. Graveyard warning.
Este planeta. Enojada.
In a small Iraqi town, a graveyard was cleared to build a new park, but parts of it still sat half-finished. One night, as a man and his daughter walked past the spot, something strange happened. Behind the little girl, something dark appeared. Tall, twisted, and inhuman. It hadn't been there a second ago. The man grabbed his daughter and left fast. Later, others said it looked like a spirit guarding the graveyard. Locals believe it's a message. Leave the resting place alone. Some places aren't meant to be disturbed.
Enojada. Y enojada.
Bunny mask. Late one night in Dallas, a man was pulling into his driveway when he noticed something hiding across the street. At first, he thought it was just a person crouched behind a bush. But then, a figure slowly leaned out, wearing a big, creepy bunny mask, just staring, not moving. The man froze. His first thought was that he was about to get attacked, but the masked figure didn't come closer. It just stared a little longer, then turned around and calmly walked away into the night. No footsteps, no trace, and no clue who or what it really was. Ghost shift. Inside a quiet police station, everything seemed normal until the security footage came in. One of the night cams caught something weird in the parking lot. A figure showed up, but not for long. In seconds, it started changing, growing taller, getting blurrier, shifting like smoke in the wind. It looked like a human 1 second, then something else the next. Some of the cops laughed it off, calling it a glitch, but others weren't so sure. That thing didn't move like a glitch. It moved like it knew it was being watched. Woods Flyer. This biker thought a midnight ride through the woods would be peaceful. Helmet camera on, engine humming, nothing seemed out of place. But later, while editing the footage, something strange zipped across the screen. Fast, blurry, and flying way too low. It wasn't a bug, and it wasn't a bird. It only showed up in a single frame, but it was enough to give chills. Whatever it was close and watching. Creepy figures. A simple driveway cam ended up catching something way too weird to explain. In the middle of the night, 2 tiny figures appeared, moving like they were floating instead of walking. No arms, no legs, just smooth, odd-shaped bodies, gliding in perfect sync. They almost looked like creepy garden gnomes, but something was off. They didn't act like toys or humans, more like something else entirely. The camera caught them slipping behind a parked car, and then just gone. No sound, no trace, just an empty driveway like nothing ever happened. Legs only. A man ignored his dog's barking one night, figuring it was just some random noise, but the next morning he checked the security footage and froze. On the screen, something rushed across the yard, fast, low, and strange. But here's the scary part. Only the legs were visible. No upper body, no clear shape. Just 2 fast-moving legs like they came from nowhere. The movement didn't look human or animal. It looked wrong. That bark wasn't for nothing. Something real and really creepy had passed by. Invisible opponent. 2 friends in Romania played badminton almost every night, but one evening, things got weird. One friend showed up late and saw the other already playing, but no one else was there. He pulled out his phone, confused, and asked, "Who are you playing with?" The guy casually said, "A guy." But the video showed nothing. No one was on the court with him, just one guy swinging at the air, like something invisible was returning every shot. That was the last night they ever played there. Fog creature. In 2012, a university guard in Spain caught something on camera that still gives people chills. While doing his rounds on a foggy winter night, he spotted a dark figure moving slowly through the mist. It wasn't shaped like a person or an animal, it was something else entirely. Before he could get close, it slipped into the shadows and disappeared. When he posted the footage, people freaked out. Some said goblins, some said demons. Whatever it was, it's never been identified. Bride Ghost. There's a haunted road in western Russia where accidents happen every year, many with no clear reason. One foggy night, a woman's dash cam caught something terrifying. A figure ran across the road in front of her and vanished right after. Some say it looked like a woman in a wedding dress. Locals believe it's the ghost of a bride who lost her life there decades ago. Whatever crossed that road wasn't normal, and it left behind a chill no one could explain. Which road? A traveler drove alone on a quiet highway, just trying to get home, when a strange feeling hit him, like something was right there, in front of his car. but nothing was visible. He brushed it off until he checked his dash cam later. That's when the fear kicked in. A ghostly shape had flickered in and out of the frame. It looked like a woman with long hair and twisted limbs like a witch. He never saw it with his own eyes, but the camera did, and he never drove that road again. Headless Walker. One early morning in Indonesia, a local witnessed something that seemed impossible. A tall, bulky man was walking along the roadside, moving normally as if nothing was unusual. But there was one major detail missing. He had no head. The man's body just continued down the road, unaffected, as though the missing head didn't even matter. The locals quickly captured the eerie sight on video and posted it online. Reactions poured in. Some people believed it was a demon taking over a headless body, while others thought it was a prank. But something about the footage didn't feel staged. Whatever it was, it left everyone with more confusion than answers. Faceless Ghost.
What is this bitch doing?
A group of friends was traveling late at night, passing through an abandoned town, when they spotted a woman walking slowly in the middle of the road. At first, they thought she was lost and might need some help, but the longer they watched her, the more uneasy they became. She didn't seem to be moving with any purpose, just walking straight ahead, never turning around. One friend got out of the car to check on her, but when he saw her face up close, his expression changed instantly. He rushed back to the car, terrified, and shouted for everyone to drive away. He said her face didn't look human anymore. It was twisted, like a witch's. They sped off, unsure what might have happened if they hadn't left so quickly.
Fuck.
Haunted nuns. For weeks, YouTuber RickNowTV felt like something was following him, something he couldn't explain. It all started with random sightings of nuns on the street. Not just one or two, dozens. But whenever he asked others if they saw them too, no one did. That's when he decided to film it. In his footage, shadowy figures in nun-like clothing can clearly be seen walking down the road. And then things get weirder. A pale, see-through figure appears inside a nearby building, just standing there, watching. Rick's video caught something no one else could see, and it left everyone who watched it feeling deeply unsettled. Crosslegged Ghost.
Okay, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
A driver was out late on a road known for strange things, but nothing prepared them for what they saw next. Right in the middle of the street sat a ghostly figure, cross-legged, glowing faintly in the dark. It didn't move, it didn't speak, it just sat there, like it had been waiting all night. The driver slowed down, heart racing, and managed to catch it on video before speeding away. That part of the road has always been creepy, but this was something else, something real. People still debate what it was, but anyone who's seen the footage agrees it didn't belong there.
That's a bit scary.
That is very scary.
Vanishing Man. Driving through a quiet Russian road, a traveler witnessed something that didn't make sense. A truck ahead swerved hard, like it was dodging something. Then, out of nowhere, a man appeared, walking calmly across the road like it was nothing. No headlights, no sound, just there. The truck didn't hit him. He didn't react. He just kept walking. The whole thing felt off, like the man had glitched into reality. Some people think it was a ghost, others say teleportation, but everyone agrees. Lake Thing.
That thing don't have a face.
Are you alright?
Two cops were sent to check out something strange at a quiet lake. A man had called in saying something white was floating above the water. When they got there, they saw it too. A ghostly figure hovering just above the surface, completely still. They called out to it, but it didn't say a word. Then it turned. No face, just blank. Slowly, it began drifting toward them. The footage cuts off before anything else is seen. No one knows if it vanished or if it's still somewhere out there, waiting.
Oh. Oh my God.
Skywalker. In Portugal, people stared up at the sky in shock. A dark figure floated high above the town, not flying, not falling, but walking. It looked like it was stepping on invisible ground, just pacing through the air like it was normal. At first, no one believed the calls, but when the authorities showed up and saw it for themselves, everything changed. The figure started shifting its shape, bending and twisting in ways that didn't seem possible. Then, without a sound, it disappeared. The sky looked normal again, but the memory of what they saw still creeps people out to this day. Moonlight Dancer. For months, he chased rumors of a Serbian woman who only appeared at night, dancing alone under the moon. Locals whispered about her, graceful, silent, and gone before anyone could reach her. One night, walking down a quiet street, he saw her at last. She moved like she was floating, arms swaying to music no one else could hear. It didn't feel real. Then, without warning, she stopped and stared right at him. Her face was blank, cold, like she wasn't really there. And just like that, she vanished into the night. He had found the woman in the stories, but now he wished he hadn't. Ghost bike. In the middle of the day, on a quiet highway, people spotted something that made them stop in their tracks. A motorcycle, riding perfectly straight, with no one on it. The bike wasn't swerving or shaking. It looked like it was being controlled by someone, except there was no one there. A local caught it all on camera, and the video went viral fast. Some said it was a ghost rider, others thought it was a high-tech self-driving experiment. Window Demon. This ghost hunter went live on Instagram while exploring an abandoned town at night. Seemed like a fun idea, until viewers started freaking out. In the first house's window, a shadowy demon-looking figure appeared. He didn't see it. Then, it popped up in another window. People were flooding the chat, trying to warn him. The third time it showed up, he finally noticed and froze. That thing wasn't just watching, it was following him. He ran straight to his car and peeled out of there. The stream cut off, but the clip still chills everyone who saw it. Light orb. In New Jersey, a man was about to drive off when he felt a weird chill near his car. Later that day, he checked his security camera, and that's when it got creepy. A bright, floating orb hovered near the car, blinking in and out of view. It wasn't a bug, it wasn't dust, it moved on its own, almost like it was curious. When he posted it online, people were split. Some called it a spirit, others said it was some tech glitch. But that smooth, slow motion didn't feel normal, not even close. Masked Stalker. In 2012, two friends in Croatia were chilling by the road late at night when things took a terrifying turn. Out of nowhere, a strange man showed up. He moved in a twisted way and wore a creepy mask that didn't look like anything you'd find in a store. At first, they laughed, thinking it was some dumb prank, but then he charged at them, panicking. They ran fast. But every time they thought they lost him, he showed up again. No footsteps, no sound, just there. They finally escaped, but no one ever figured out who he was. Just thinking about that masked guy still freaks them out.
Get out.
It's not.
White Road. A Saudi police officer was patrolling a quiet, empty road when he spotted something up ahead. At first glance, it looked like a woman standing still in the middle of the street, but as he got closer, he realized something was very wrong. The figure was hunched over, hair covering its face, and it started moving toward him in a jerky, unnatural way. He panicked and tried to drive off, but the car wouldn't move. It felt like something was holding it down. Frozen in fear, he sat trapped for what felt like forever before the engine finally kicked back on. He hasn't gone near that road since. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Two bikers were crossing a foggy bridge late at night. One rode slightly ahead, cutting through the mist, while the other followed close behind. But then the fog thickened fast. So fast, it was like a wall swallowing the lead rider. The second guy hit the gas to catch up, thinking maybe the fog just made him hard to see. But as he came out the other side, the road was totally empty. No lights, no sound, no sign of the other bike. It was like he never existed. The whole thing lasted just a few seconds, and it still doesn't make sense. But share your opinions in the comments, and like the video while also subscribing to my channel. Thank you. See you in the next one.
Nagri di atas awan.